Combining the obligation of religion and society, which is captured in the mission and vision of AL-HABIBIYYAH, the 22nd in the series of the National Unity Ramadan Lecture focuses on poverty, the Islamic solution.
AL-HABIBIYYAH came up with a lot of programs to solve this program.
This, the Islamic organization and guest lecturer say, was intended to first create and spread knowledge and encourage all to take deliberate and practical action through hard work and creative ventures to mitigate or end poverty, as Islam discourages laziness and begging.
That Islam abhors poverty. Islam is against poverty. Islam wants its own followers to live in abundance, in affluence, but of course moderately. Islam wants Muslims to live a comfortable life with access to their basic needs: food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, sanitation, and all the requirements of life, so that they will have the tranquility to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without difficulty. That you can give to people. And there is waqf, which is a perpetual, endowment, where you set aside an asset that generates revenues and returns, which for the purpose of supporting the poor, the needy, and other charitable causes. You can use waqf also to support Islamic activities. Somebody can establish a very big business, an investment, buy shares of 2 billion naira if he has the means in one of the halal companies. That even verses that talk about giving in charity are more than the verses that talk about salah. What of other verses that talk about other aspects of wealth, how to spend it, how to earn it, and so on and so forth. Why? Because of the importance of wealth in Islam. If you see al-rizq, if you see al-mal, if you see fadlullah, if you see khayr, if you see ma'isha, you see many terms used in the Quran, they are references to wealth.
The necessary knowledge that we require to arm ourselves in helping ourselves, helping humanity, and preparatorily to help ourselves ahead of our future, which is our final destination. Whatever help we give here or render is not just for the good of the society, but ultimately we reap the fruit of whatever seed we sow here in the hereafter.
Organizers and other speakers corroborated the message of the guest lecturer.
That what can we do to come out of this poverty? And we discover Islam has a lot of tools. Islam has a lot of solutions. So for us to be able, not to beat governments, to be able to be independent of any human being, let's try and establish something based on Islam that could help us move out of poverty, even if we are not rich. And that's what we are trying to do. And I also assure you, after this Ramadan, we are going to launch AL-HABIBIYYAH endowment separately, that will have a kind of waqf for different aspects of human life. We will not only be doing the talking, we want to practice it. We want people to even come and learn how do we have our own.
And like you have observed, he's taking us through the Islamic solution to poverty, beginning from zakat to sadaqah and to waqf. Waqf being Islamic endowment, and how we can use that to fight poverty. And he also made it clear that Islam does not encourage poverty, because the perception around is like you see people who are begging and most of them are Muslims. No. Islam, the Prophet never encouraged poverty. Islam encourages hard work and working smart, not just hard work. And also as Muslims, there's a portion of your wealth that belongs to the poor in terms of zakat that you must give. And outside of zakat, there, Islam encourages you to put an endowment, to give an endowment that will continue to run even long after your death.
The platform provided a broader perspectives to Islamic injunctions on the way forward, as scholars appeal for an effective investment in waqf, elite involvement, good leadership, as well as building partnership. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.